Hey, beautiful souls, it's your brother Zen with this week's MOONday Monday, where we talk about all the signs that the moon goes throughout the week. Because, of course, the moon does go through the entire zodiac every 28, 29 days, so every 2 to 3 days, the moon does change signs. And if we're aware of the emotional wave of energy that's changing, we can make the most of it. Like a weather forecast where you know what weather's coming your way, you know what to wear instead of suffering. And so we can make adjustments and changes of our own energy throughout the week if we're aware of that emotional energy. I also talk about any kind of other planetary changes or energies that Spirit wants to share as well. So we have all that included today. And then we have Halloween, All Saints Day, or All Souls Day, if you want to call it that. We have Saturn going direct, and here in the United States, we fall back with the daylight savings time ending. So we got a lot going on, so let's get into it. Well, we flow into this week in the moon in Taurus. And of course, if you want to know more about that energy, check out last week's MOONday Monday. It'll tell you all about that. But on Monday, October 30th at 11:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do flow into the energy of the moon in Gemini. Now, this is a mutable air sign, so it moves around quickly, that when the moon is here, we're a bit more restless than usual, and we may find that we're suddenly in the mood for conversation or puzzles or riddles and word games. We want at least two of everything. I love this about Gemini Moon. My host, I always talk about her because she has a Gemini Moon and she always orders and wants two of things. And now she knows why. But now is a great time for letter writing and phone calls or short trips. And it's when you'll find the best shortcuts and when you'll need to take them as well. But watch for a tendency to become a bit too scattered under this fun but fickle moon. And then, of course, October 31st, happy Halloween. Enjoy a safe and fun evening of celebration, whether you celebrate it or if you don't, that is totally cool too. But allow it to be something fun, not something scary, not something fear-based. Allow it to be a sharing of love, with all of this energy that is happening in the world. It has enough fear out there. Let's make it fun. Let's focus on unconditional love and sharing that with others and enjoy all that sweet tooth if you partake of that candy. Take two. And then the next day on Wednesday, November 1st at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go into the Cancer moon energy. Now, it is also All Saints Day or All Souls Day, and I'm really excited about this week's pick a card that will come out on Wednesday because we actually go visit the city of New Orleans and the cities of the dead, which are their raised cemeteries. So we go talk to people on the other side and we go on a wonderful meditation, and there's a great pick a card. So be sure to check that out as well. But this Cancer moon energy, of course, it's the moon rules the sign of Cancer. It is a cardinal water sign, so she's at her most nurturing. It kind of represents mother, right? And here the moon is concerned about home and family and children and mothers, or being a mother. And we respond to this energy by becoming more likely to express our emotions and to be sympathetic and understanding towards others. So some good energy coming with that. We often find ourselves also in the mood to take care of someone, to cook for someone, or cuddle with our dear ones. During this time, our feelings run higher, our emotions are very much greatly expanded, so it's important to watch out for becoming overly sensitive, overly dependent, or overly needy. But now is a great time to putter around the house, interact with the family and have the family over, and tend to any kind of domestic concerns. And then on Saturday, November 4th at 3:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon rolls into the energy of Leo. Now, this Leo moon, we talk about that it loves drama, and drama with a capital D. Maybe even a capital D, capital R, capital A, capital M, capital A. But this is a theatrical sign. It's long been known for its big entrances, love of display, and a need for attention. So when the moon is in the sign, we are all feeling a need to be recognized, applauded, and appreciated. Now, all that excitement, all that pride, all that emotion can turn into melodrama in the blink of an eye. Melodrama, has the person tied to the tracks, the victim tied to the railroad tracks by the villain with the black hat and the mustache with the nga, and the hero riding in with the white hat, right? So it's best to be careful of not overreacting or being excessively vain during this period. It is a great time to take in a show, though, or maybe star in one. Be romantic and express your feelings for someone in a regal style. And also on Saturday, November 4th, Saturn goes direct. Saturn is the big taskmaster. It's the devil card in the tarot, which is Capricorn energy. It's all about, focusing on change and all of our kind of expectations and belief systems that we've had all our lives. So Saturn did go into its pre-shadow all the way back in March 11th of this year, and it was in its pre-shadow, which is when we started to feel the impact of it, all the way up until it went full retrograde from June 17th up until November 4th, of course. So now it's going direct and will be in the post-shadow from November 5th to February 9th of next year. So the more we move away from November 4th, the less of the impact we'll feel. But we're still going to have this period of the post-shadow where we're going to reflect on what we learned during the retrograde and the pre-shadow. And as I said, Saturn is the taskmaster, so it brings fears to our face to help us release those and free us from that cage of fear. We created that cage by our own thoughts, our own beliefs, our own mindsets, all this popular opinion we were given all of our life of around what's supposed to, something's supposed to mean, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must, all of those. And we cage ourselves in, we cage our heart in. But while we're in the retrograde, we had all that stuff reflected to us and brought to our face. So now during this post-shadow, we see how we're going to transform those fears. So it's a great, great, beautiful time of freedom that you'll feel. The further we get away from November 4th, the more freer that you will become. And then on Sunday at 2 a.m., wherever you are at in the United States, I don't think daylight savings time is worldwide. I think it's just something quirky that we did here in the United States where we spring forward an hour to save daylight time for farmers and different things. I think is what we say that's where that came from. And then here in the fall, we get that hour back and we fall backward, which is great. We get to relive another hour, which is so perfect with talking about retrogrades and post-shadow type of stuff. It's like, yeah, we get to relive and take this time, this extra hour to reflect on things. So enjoy that extra hour of sleep if you're here in the United States. I heard rumor, I know we've been having wonderful opportunities here in our political spectrum, but somewhere we have suggested to end this process so it stops impacting us and make us all grumpy and weird about time. So who knows? This might be the last daylight savings time. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But enjoy it. So fall back. All right, that's it for this week. So enjoy the wonderful riding the emotional waves and enjoying all this beautiful energy for this week. Stay safe and know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.